Hi everyone, welcome back to this channel. Mark DeVoe here. Welcome to A Conscious Time, where we discuss all things navigating this world through the eyes of awareness, bridging spirituality with pragmatism, real world, tangible things, if you can call it that. Welcome to this video on anxiety and contraction and expansion, or peace and expansion. So if you've seen some of my previous videos, I've had a lovely relationship, a very intimate relationship with anxiety. It's been this started years and years ago, if not from young, long time ago. And as Gabor Mate would say, I've mentioned this before in my previous video, he talks about childhood trauma. I'm not going to go down this road, but yeah, check out some of his works. It's very enlightening. It's very insightful. But yeah, I've had a very intimate relationship with anxiety, and I can compare the walk with anxiety to transcending anxiety through the eyes of awareness, through insight, through learning, through my spiritual journey with God, source, creator, call it what you will, experiencing that peace of God. So I can chat or talk from a point of experience, and hopefully this will share and add value for people out there that may suffer with anxiety. So this was actually sparked by a scenario at work. It was by a young colleague, and she gets kind of overwhelmed with certain tasks at work, and she opened up to me and she said, she feels this anxiety, or she feels it in her body. And for me, that was very natural, because I've paid so much attention to my body through body scan. See some of my other videos or research on body scan. So for me, feeling anxiety through the body is natural, but it was very enlightening, because she revealed that she felt isolated, that it was just her that felt like that. And what's interesting is, what is helpful for a lot of us out there, is everyone is dealing with some form of anxiety. No one is unique, and when you feel it in your body, that's actually a very good state of awareness. So she's actually, as young as she is, and maybe unaware in certain things, she's very aware that she's feeling in her body. And if you think of the channel title, anxiety and contraction, I think this is a very apt title, because when I've experienced my anxiety, it's a very contracting feeling in the body, in the chest, and it's almost like an isolated, focused point, as opposed to I can contrast that to feeling that peace of God when I'm walking with God, when I'm walking in spirit, when I'm walking in that spending time in meditation, etc., and just in that frame of mind and that state of being. I can literally feel that peace of God, and I can literally tackle anything in life. And I have experienced that, where things should overwhelm me, I've literally transcended them through that peace of God. So I can really speak from experience, and I wish that to translate to those of you that may suffer from anxiety, that there is hope, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and you can transcend that. So just to go back to the body and feeling it in the body, from a biological point of view, you can do your own research, but obviously you have hormones, you've got different chemical things going on in your body. So from your thoughts, whether it's if you're under attack, for instance, you're going to be releasing adrenaline and various other hormones, giving you that fight or flight response. And that is, obviously, you feel that in your body. Now, if you think of it in terms of maybe it's not life-threatening, but maybe it's stress at work, stress at home, whatever the case may be, this is firstly starting in your mind. Now your body is kicking off those chemicals or hormones, and it's translating into the body. So from a biological point of view, it makes sense that you're feeling these feelings in your body. From a spiritual level, and if you've seen some of my videos and talking about A Course in Miracles, your body is a tool for communication. So it's communicating to you, and it's communicating to others. So when you're feeling those feelings, pay attention to that. So through the eyes of awareness, your body is telling you what your spirit is actually feeling, and you are always communicating this. So people are always picking this up consciously or subconsciously. So you'll probably hear those body experts, how the body is communicating. So before you've even walked into a room, someone's already picked up a sense of communication through your body. So you're always communicating. So now you need to become aware within yourself. What is your body communicating to you? So if you're not feeling, and you can tell when you're feeling that pure presence of God in the peace, in the present moment, your body feels expansive, it feels light, it feels open, as opposed to, and that is natural because you're literally connecting to everything. So if you think of source, you are not separate from source, you are part of everything. So that's what that expansion, peaceful feeling is. And you will know when you feel that. You cannot, and again, whatever I say has to resonate with you. This is your experience. You can go and research that as much as you want, go for it, but this has to be experienced, and no one can take that away from you. So going back to anxiety, it feels very contracting, it feels very isolated, and that's a very focused, egoic. So if you think about it from contrast to that spirit, open, connected to source, now you've contracted yourself into a focus I, the ego, which is fear-based, which is ultimately, I mentioned in the previous video, is illusory, but it's very isolated and fear-based, separate from everyone else. And that's what anxiety essentially is doing. You're cutting yourself off from source, having everything, being given everything, the abundance, and now you're focusing yourself in a very fearful lack. That's an apt word. You're feeling fearful, that point of lack, that you have no control and you feel overwhelmed. The ego translates to death, demise. You think you are birth, you're coming to this world and you have to accrue everything, and then you are departing and you are now dying, and that's the end of you. So you've got this. So most of us actually are living in a level of anxiety because we are living in a very egoic point of view. We actually haven't, and I spoke about this in my previous video, ultimately to transcend that is realizing you are part of God, you are creating, and now you can realize you are creating your reality around you. So when you realize you are creating that, you can start taking control back, being that creative power, and not being subject to whatever the world is trying to dictate to you. You are now creating from source and accepting that peace and creating that peace. I hope I'm not jumping around too much there. So yeah, if we just think about that, the title of anxiety and contraction versus peace and expansion. Peace of God that transcends all understanding, is expansive, is everything. You have been given everything, the creative power. So the next time, what can you take away from this video? The next time you are feeling that, be aware. Don't judge it. Through compassion, be aware, because you are learning from yourself. Through your body, scan your body, feel the sensations, and start asking the questions. What is going on? Accept the feelings. Non-resistance is a very powerful tool to use, or an insight. Don't resist. The more you resist, the more you create that feeling. Become aware. Why are you feeling that? Sit in it until it passes. There are many other things you can do. I mean, you can look on Instagram. I've done it quite a few times with various things. I've built up quite a few repertoire of tools and tricks and tips and breathing and this and that, and they all are helpful, but that essentially are actually just that's helping with the symptoms. Everything starts in the mind first. So when you have solved that, and that happens with what are you putting in your mind? What is your spiritual journey, your meditational journey, your understanding of God, source, creation? What is your understanding? What are you doing every day to put into that, to give you that thought, to give you that peace of mind? Because that's where it actually ultimately starts. Everything else, working with your body, breathing techniques, etc., they can help in that moment, but it's not going to give you that long-term solution, because everything is thought, everything starts in the mind, and the body follows. And you can do this don't take my word from it, take it through experience. Go out there, research, experience it. I'm sure some of you have experienced that. And I look forward to hearing. Please let me know what you think, if I've made sense. Firstly, feels like I've jumped around a bit. But give me your thoughts, your experiences that you had. And hopefully this has added a massive amount of value and insight. And for those of you that may suffer greatly from anxiety, take it from me. That can be a thing of the past, and you can walk in. It's actually your gift. Is honor that, because you will transcend it through the eyes of awareness, and you will come out the other side living with that peace of God that is beyond all understanding. So I hope this adds value. Like, subscribe, share. We'll see you on the next one.